Hey yo, it's time to roar, get loud, let's ignite. Jeremy B in the house, we keeping it tight. Every weekday at 11, we ready to ride. Lions Talk Live, come and join the pride. Waking up early, it's that morning grind. Tune in to the show, leave the troubles behind. Jeremy B's the king, with the voice like thunder. Every word he spits, it's a lyrical wonder. Got the lions around, sharp and fierce. When we hear one pride, you can't help but feel your heart pierce. Talking all the topics, keep it real, keep it raw. With a lion's mentality, we're ready for the roar. One pride, it feels right. Jeremy B bringing the heat, morning light. Every weekday at 11, we taking flight. Lions Talk Alive, yeah, we ready to bite. One pride, hear us loud. Jeremy's in the zone, making us proud.
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
Good afternoon. It is Lions Talk Smoke and Jeremy B. How's everybody doing today? Well, it looks like Mike McDaniel got out the building because he's at his interview with the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if that's the job for him either because they need a lot of help on the offensive line. We got RBF Fred. Rather be Fisher Fred. What up, though? Good to see you, brother. That's why we're still taking on more targets. And I knew that as soon as I saw that was released, that we decided to talk to Mike Kafka. I was like, maybe Mike McDaniels is not the lock for OC. We don't know what they're thinking. Jacob Peets was a passing game coordinator at Seattle, not an offensive coordinator. MDE. He interviewed at the Titans today, so no word. I didn't get down there with the van in time. I couldn't tie him up and keep him there. So, Mike Tomlin stepped away yesterday. The Steelers without a coach. Nine vacancies. Two more. We're at the record. Who else could get the act? Good morning, Nick Burton. No, I think that's going to go to Harbaugh. But out of all the interviews Harbaugh has done, he's taking the New York Giants one in person. It's the only one he's done that with. I think that's where he wanted to go. And I said that right away that I thought the Giants or Falcons. He did a Zoom call with the Falcons. He's in person at the Giants. And it would have to be an even trade because Tomlin's rights are owned by the Steelers. He's technically still under contract. That's why the CBS route. I don't know. I've been trying to think who would be the fourth coach they get. I don't think they want Kevin Stefanski. Brian Flores, maybe, if he'll drop his court cases. Uh, I'll have to get the list up again. I know Mike Kafka is one. Jacob Pete, the passing game coordinator from Seattle. There was another passing. T. Martin, the passing game coordinator was in there. The thing about Mike Kafka is he actually was an OC on a Super Bowl winning team at one time, so he does have that experience. And he is a run first guy because they did try to run a lot. It's just their O line was so atrocious they couldn't run, so they had to pass. Notice they fired Dable and not him. They let him finish out the season no matter how bad it got. Yeah, it takes a few minutes for them to get that adjustment right on those. So prayers up for him. I don't know. The difference is Harbaugh's a free agent, Tomlin is not. Because Dable wants to be a head coach. If they could keep it in house, I wouldn't be surprised me, but they surprised everybody by going to get Tomlin, a special teams coordinator from the Vikings last time. So they're going to do something we don't expect. That's what I expect out of the Steelers, and it usually works out for them for a while. If they had, a QB, it would be. They have an overpriced defense that's aging and starting to fall apart, as we saw, and we also seen they don't have a QB because if they bring Rodgers back, I think it's the biggest mistake they can make. Yeah, I know. It's all media hype. Uh, they're talking to him about a possible extension or just letting him ride out his contract. And I believe let him run out his contract. I agree with you, Steve. Let him run out his contract. Unless you're getting Harbaugh, Tomlin, or someone like that. And that's funny because right after he said he left, Rodgers was talking about coming back because it makes no sense. But what was funny in Baltimore was Tomlin announced that he was stepping away from coaching during the Baltimore GM and owner's speech for end of season with the presser. And he goes, "Oh shit, that's real." He thought it was clickbait. But yet you don't know if they're going to let him walk out the house in San Francisco. But look what he's done with Jordan Love. A couple years he had Aaron Rodgers. They went to the NFC Championship game, the divisional round, and then didn't make the playoffs the last 3 years, right? What the Steelers need is an offensive line first. I think he has to be out of the league for X amount of year, at least a year, before he can coach. He could come in as being assistant. That being said, Brad talked about the left tackle position, and I want to read it verbatim. Exactly what he said. Brad Holmes was asked about the possibility that Giovanni Manu may start at left tackle following Decker's retirement. Colby will be a free agent. It would be irresponsible for us to go into the offseason thinking, well, we drafted a development player a couple of years ago. He's going to be the guy. In other words, he's not ready. I got it. Perfect. Perfect for head coach and Rogers Rossi. We would be unstoppable. Um, Brandon Ayuk never showed back up. He is still MIA. And as soon as the season is over for the 49ers, he will be cut. Watch. Smoking Dad has entered the chat. Yeah, that or signing one, or doing both. We might sign a vet to start first year and let somebody actually develop. What a concept! Same with that center. And for me, I'm in that same mode. The center I want out of the draft is Logan Jones. If you can't get him because he's rated lower because he did not perform as well overall throughout the season, even though they went undefeated till now, his Indiana center is Pat Coogan. I would be okay with firing him into the sun. I hope he retires. I would trade him for a snack size chip out of a snack size stack of Pringles. I would trade him for a thimble of pop. That's how much I think of Glasgow. All right, it's that time of the day. I don't think he's a first rounder. Jackson Jr. is not a first rounder. He is sliding down the draft board, sliding down the prospect list until the combine hits. Right now, he's moved from 35th to 80th on most lists or lower. So I think he's going to be a day two pick. And then in the second round, I love him. In the first round, I hate him. I think he's going to be a bust in the first round. In the second round, you don't expect as much. You don't expect him to be that guy. In the second or third round, hell yeah, I'm taking him. Speaking of which, it's that time. Let's do it. I don't like using PFSN's list because it's usually off, so I'll use either PFF or ESPN or Consensus. Today we'll use PFF just to see where they're at. Hey, I'm watching it live with you. It's just scrolling through. Till it gets there, I won't switch to the screen. That way I can pay attention to the chat. Who is the best edge first round? He usually goes in the top 10. All right, we are up to some trade requests. I am not trading with the Bears. Ooh, that's interesting. There we go. So first, let's look and see who's on the board. The best edge left out there is TJ Parker, but TJ Parker, 6'3", 265. I'm trying to think. I think he's on a 3-4 front team. That's why I really didn't look at him, because they run a 3-4 hybrid there in Clemson. The next one is Romeo Height. He's more of an outside linebacker. But Francis Mauigoa is there, and that guy is the tackle I want. When it gets there, Steve, yeah, 'cause you guys had a first round exit. You'll be coming up shortly. Oh, wait, you don't get a first rounder. You traded that away, remember? That was Dallas's pick. So let's go look at that. Let's see who they got. Dallas got Romeo Height, outside linebacker, pass rusher. So you'd have been 20th. But at the end, I can show you what Green Bay got. I think I can. I might have to pause it each time you guys get it. So let's resume the draft. Hmm. I don't want to go that far back. So here's Zion Young, 6'5", 255 out of Missouri. Now look how far down. Dante Corleone's there. Connor Lew's there, but he just had another ACL tear he had surgery on from last week. Dominique Orange from out of Iowa State is a good defensive tackle. Anthony Lucas, I love. I think he was very good for USC this year. The problem is he plays for USC. Look how far down. We still haven't seen our boy. Oh, he must have actually went early. Let me see. Defense, edge. Oh, look, he's fell to 126 according to PFF. Kenyatta Jackson Jr. Hello, Ralph. Okay. No problem, Ralph. And yes, like and subscribe, everybody. We broke the 600-yard mark. No, the Pro Football Simulator Sports Network, PFSN. Let me read you exactly what profootballnetwork.com. It is a free mock draft. That's why I've done one every day during the day. So let me get back into it. Okay, so let's get back here. Go all. The top edge is Joshua Joseph, but he's more of an outside linebacker. I think Zion Young should be the pick here. I'm going to take Zion Young. So we got our tackle. We got an edge. God, I hate how slow I said it. There went my guy. I love the Godfather, Dante Corleone. He's a great, great kid. So let's pause this because I don't have a third round pick. D'Angelo Pounds goes there. Wow. Okay. Green Bay went Austin Saraveld out of Ohio State. I believe he's the eighth round guy. He's a future NFL starter. His mid-arm length and could use a usher move. He might translate into a guard. So there you go. That's who you got that round. Pittsburgh, right after him, went Chris Braswell out of Tennessee, 6'5", 200-pound wide receiver. Jesus. I think we might need to draft a running back in the day 3, just a pounder, a big guy. Like Mike Washington or somebody like that. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. Steelers get Garrett Nussmeier, quarterback, LSU. Green Bay takes Keontae Scott, the 6', 195-pound corner, out of. Let me get there. Hit pause. Come on. Out of Miami. Jalen Kilgore just went off the board. And I'm watching this with you from the page, the view you have. Well, let's see what the offer is. Wow, that's a lot. That can rebuild the team. But there's a problem with this. If I make this trade, would I still get Logan Jones? I'm doing it. I'm taking that trade. It's just too much to turn down. They went the OT out of Florida. Trinidad Chambliss went to. That's actually a good fit. They got Mendoza and Chambliss this draft for uh, the Raiders. So far, so good. Parker Brailsford went off the board. Didn't see Logan Jones yet. Aiden Fisher went. All right. I am not trading back. I get my guy at 150. And now we get into the traded for picks. 155. I can go all and just see what's best available. Le'Veon Moss. He's a not much of a pounder. This guy might be a great tight end. Tanner Koziol. Look him up out of Houston. But I think we need to go defense. I think we need a safety. My guy is gone. Damone. Both those guys are gone. Christian Great, Jermaine Matthews, 5'11". I don't need another tiny boy. 6'1", 201. That's about the shortest I'd want. Ex-teammate of Perrion Arnold. Jaden Lucas, 6'2", 200. Traden Stoops. That's the guy I'm looking at, but I can get him later. Let's look at linebacker. I like this guy. I think he's going to be good. I think it's the right place. It's still too early. Edge. Don't want anybody from Michigan. Everybody always calls me a homer when I do that, so I'm looking for somebody with the size and it's not there. DeMonte Capehart. Uh, he was a safety that was a converted running back, but he's great in special teams as a gunner and punt returner. That's why we probably won't sign Leaf because the few punts he's done, he's averaged 25 yards. I think Baki and Kennedy and Sailors are our returners going forward. Okay, let's look at the rest of this. We got Ted Hurst, 6'3", 185. We don't need that. Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech, 24-year-old rookie. My follow time none on the profile to be one of the most complete nose tackle. So he's kind of a 3-4 nose tackle. I don't want to draft another nose tackle out of a 3-4 and force him into a 4-3. I just think that's a mistake. Desmond Reed. Nope. Little tiny boy. Jaden Ott. Closer. Offensive guard. Doesn't show size. Davian Harris. 6'7", 320. That's a big boy, man. Kevin Coleman, Tiny Boy, Danny K, 62210, McAllister, 63205. Wait on him. Jermaine Matthews Jr., 5'11", 190. Yeah, everybody I wanted is gone. I think I'm going to have to bite the bullet and grab probably K-Park. And I hate it. No, I won't grab K-Park because I don't know. I know he's not a true. So this is the nose tackle. K-Park. Yeah, I'll get him. All right. It's saying we need guard now, too. Big boys playing guard out there. A lot of guys, they just don't give a height and weight for. Don't like that. No, it's what he is. One of the guys I was liking to take, he's gone. Judge Collier went back to college. Also, so did the safety from Nebraska. I like to take. Kilgore went early. They reached for him. Um, Bisco, I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not here. I'm not here to be a shit talker. That's not the type of stuff I do. I have not talked shit the entire time. We were a weird defense under Petrasha. It sucked. That's what it was. Right. So there we go. I ended up with 8, 9, 10, 11 picks. So I gained 3 making that trade. So let's look at the results, because this is what I do every day for you guys. You ask for them, I do them. Just trying to do something where it works out for us. And we do make a lot of those middle of the round moves. So yep. But Sam Laporta is back by the off season for training camp. I keep trying to tell people that. We don't know the situation on Brock Wright. They haven't said anything. But here is this latest mock draft number 30, because I have to get ready to go to work. Francis Maligawa, Zion Young in the second, Logan Jones in the fourth, DeMonte Capehart out of Clemson, defensive tackle, Ethan Ananwa out of Ohio State, Lander Barton, Xavier Nwankpa, safety, Traden Stoops out of Arizona, Kendall Daniels out of Oklahoma, Daquan Wright, tight end out of Ole Miss, and C.J. Donaldson, running back, Ohio State. You know what? I don't mind drafting out of Ohio State, because guess what? It either works or it doesn't. It's a crapshoot. It's the draft for a reason. And, people sitting there are busting up that 2024 draft. But you know what? People make mistakes. Move on. This has been Kneecap Biting with Motor City Lions. Try every day to be a better person than you were the day before. That's the only way to make the world a better place. It starts right there. Much love to everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining, and we are
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.